All right, man. Check this out, man. Go talk some NFL right quick. I'm gonna get an NFL stream in right quick, and then I'm gonna get a boxing stream in. I'm gonna let my phone charge up. Then we gonna cook on some boxing. Got some interesting boxing news. You know, Tiafimo, Devin Haney may happen. Tank versus Ryan Garcia update. Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield 3 is in the works. So, a lot of boxing news. Mikey Garcia may be interested in a Terrence Crawford fight as long as he leaves Top Rank. So, it's a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'm going to talk about the NFL. And, wow, I'm going to start with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Wow. Ben Roethlisberger was just god-awful. And I know people going to say, but he threw for 4 touchdowns and 503 yards. 501 yards. Yeah, but he threw for 4 disastrous picks that led to 17 points on Cleveland's end. So actually, Ben Roethlisberger was he was the game MVP because he literally helped Cleveland win that game. Cleveland scored 28 unanswered points in the first quarter. At the end of the day, I really think that Ben Roethlisberger, may be done as a quarterback. I think Ben Roethlisberger should really seriously consider retirement. But Ben Roethlisberger has had these type of games in his career. He's had like 3-4 pick games. He had one game where he threw 5 picks. And he single-handedly damn near, he pretty much did cost him that game. When you throw 4 picks, man, for real, you just ain't on it. You're not focused. And I think his head is somewhere else. And I'm going to tell you right now, you seen what's going on with the Saints where they had the 2 quarterback system. Then you seen... So, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be crucial in the next few years where you're going to have to find a solid backup quarterback now that they go into 17 games. You're going to have a good second string quarterback that's going to take some reps. That you're going to have to take him, where you're going to have to put him in with the first team and let him get some reps. Because that's going to be real crucial now that they're going to 17 games, which eventually they're going to go to 18 games. They're just going to have 2 bye weeks, and then the NFL may get stretched out from February to maybe the end of February, maybe the beginning, first week of March, because you're going to depend on how they do the playoffs. But yeah, like I said, man, that shit was disastrous. Okay, so now you got the Baltimore Ravens that's going to Buffalo. Buffalo has been a surprise this year. You had the emergence of Josh Allen, which I don't care for Josh Allen very much, and I don't care for Baker Mayfield very much. But Josh Allen is a good quarterback, like him or not. And you got Lamar Jackson, where they gonna need every bit of Lamar Jackson's leg as well as his arms to win this game. I really think this game is gonna come down to clock management. I don't think you need to try to get into a shootout. I think if Baltimore wins the win toss, I think they need to take up time running the clock. You wonder if they're going to run that Wildcat, which more than likely they are. I feel like this is going to be one of these games where they really going to have to control the clock. Now, Baltimore got a good defense. They really do got a solid defense. So, at the end of the day, I think this is going to come down to clock management. You don't want to get Buffalo you just don't want to get them in a position where they just get hot and then Allen start slinging the ball down the field. and then wearing out that defense. So you want to play good clock management. You want to try to rush Allen at times because, he ain't won a playoff game. Lamar has a little bit of playoff experience. He won his first playoff game because at the end of the day, we all know the NFL want to see the AFC championship between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. They want to see it. So trust me, they don't want that Josh Allen there just yet. With all this shit with Black Lives Matter and all that shit, the NFL is trying to capitalize off that. So that's really what they want. And they're going to try to. So they're hoping that the Ravens go into Buffalo and win. I feel like there's going to be an upset in one of these games. I don't know whether it's going to be on the NFC side or the AFC side, but I'm going to tell you as far as the Cleveland Browns versus the Chiefs go, the Chiefs ain't winning. The Browns ain't winning that game. I think the Chiefs are going to destroy them. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to put up 40 on them. I really do. I think Mahomes is going to put up 40. He going to put up a 40 shot on them, and that's just real talk. And then as far as the NFC go, all right, Green Bay versus the Rams. The Rams have the number one defense, but it's just hard for me to go against Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers did this so many times. I think it'll be tight for the first couple of quarters, but I just think Aaron Rodgers is going to make some plays. Jared Goff, I don't trust him in the playoffs. That defense won that game for him. He really didn't have to do much. And they started the other quarterback. So I don't trust Goff. But I'm going with Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay to win this game. Now, the game that everybody's going to be talking about, of course, is the Saints versus the Buccaneers. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees. I know a couple of years ago, people wanted to see these dudes face off in the Super Bowl, but due to a bad call, it didn't happen. The Rams ended up going, and the Rams played in the worst Super Bowl probably ever in modern day history. So, yeah. But this is going to be an interesting game. Tom Terrific versus so-called Cool Breeze. And I don't know who to root for because at the end of the day, Drew Brees is just really, Drew Brees is a sensational quarterback. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But boy, is it going to be hard to root for Drew Brees. And Tom Brady, the thing is with Tom Brady is one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever played. But at the end of the day, we all know Tom Brady is tied to cheating. He's been caught several times cheating. And that's the thing. He would have been a great quarterback without the cheating. But Tom Brady is just tied to cheating just on more than one occasion. That's the sad part about it. This is going to forever taint Tom's legacy. He's one of the best that ever did it. Whether he's the GOAT or not, that's debatable. But at the end of the day, it's just really hard for me to root for either Drew Brees or Tom Brady. Then keep in mind, Tom Brady is he was Trump supporter. So, like I said before, man, this shit is gonna be really tough. But I'll probably make a prediction video. It's gonna be interesting. Drew Brees is talking about he's still gonna come back for one more season, and Tom Brady has vowed to play till he was 45. So we got to deal with Tom Brady for 2 more years. But Tom Brady is still playing at a high level. So if he feel like he can pull this off, why not play till he's 45? But like I said before, getting back to the Chiefs versus the Browns, do anybody believe the Browns is going to win that game? That's going to listen to this stream. Do anybody really believe that the Browns have a snowball's chance in hell of winning it? Hey, nobody believes the Browns is going to win that game. Patrick Mahomes is going to slice and dice. Patrick Mahomes is going to slice and dice that Browns defense. I'm almost guaranteeing that Patrick Mahomes is going to put up 40 on the Browns. Because the Browns ain't that damn good. It's just that Ben Roethlisberger was that bad. I mean, he was god awful. I mean, he was just he was terrible. He should have been, to be honest with you, he should have been benched. But he Ben Roethlisberger. Like I said, Ben should have got benched. I'm just keeping it 100. Then I saw the game. That dude was Chicago. Even though I mean, that motherfucker missed you don't get no more open than, I'm talking about Trubisky threw a perfect pass and he just dropped it. I mean, what I said, and I was thinking to myself when he dropped that pass, I said, not only is Chicago gonna lose this game, they deserve to lose this game. Wide open, ball perfectly through, and you couldn't catch it. All you had to do was catch the ball, and it went right through your hands. Perfectly placed. I mean, you just don't get a better throw to that, and it just went right through his hands. If I'm the coach, I would have benched him. I've been like, bro, sit. You bench for the rest of the. Bro, you bench probably for the rest of the game. You can't drop balls like that. That's just fact. But anyway, let me remix it. I'm gonna reset. Be back in like a couple of hours.